Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy Viewers. This is Grand Arena, the second match, Season 35. This is a Kyber 3 bracket, but we climbed up into Kyber 2 with last round's win. But that was a bit of a default match. My opponent didn't attack. Just a quick glance at it. It was a fun match though. I did a lot of testing for this season of 3v3 to try out new squads and understand how I was going to approach certain counters with Datacrons expired. Not being able to rely on Vader, for instance, this time meant having to play things differently. So trying to learn as much of those lessons in this match that I expected my opponent to not participate in, so that in the ones where they do count, I'm ready for him. Now with the update on the bracket here, my opponent is FRM. He has a smaller GP than me, like 900k. Zetas are somewhat low, but he's only a 2GL player, so it somewhat makes sense. Omicrons are good at 10. That's right in the middle of where everyone is. I'm a little bit high at 12. GLs though, this is what really matters. He only has 2 GLs. And what that really means is this is a match I really want. When I show up at weigh-in and I'm in the same weight class as my opponent, these are the ones I need to be winning and I should be winning. If I'm playing like a 5GL player who sets down all his GLs on defense, like I'm not really going to feel that bad if I lose those matches. These are the matches I really care about, where I'm going up against a fellow insane person with 2 GLs and I want to show that pound for pound, if I'm equal, I can come out on top. That's the goal here. Now the rest of this, the other people in the winner's bracket, if we meet in the final round, Malgus and Moradin, they've got 4 and 5 GLs. Relic units, my opponent is good at 100. The other guys are even better. This Malgus guy is probably going to come out on top with 161 relic units. That's highest of their bracket. With depth, the Gear 11 plus units. This is just a decent metric to understand how deep my opponent is. My opponent at 142, that's pretty light. At 142, I'm feeling like he's probably going to run out of teammates, and he's actually already attacked it, so I know the status of it. Now moving down to the 6-dot mods, everyone's pretty good, and you would expect a 2GL player to also be pretty good when it comes to 6 dots, and he is. He has not quite the highest top 25 plus speed average, but it's pretty good at 25.7. It's better than mine. You can see 2 people on screen are actually better. The top 500, I am not the best, but I'm pretty good, and my opponent's not too far behind me. With the counts, we're pretty close to each other. I'm a little bit better, and I do it a little bit more efficiently. And you can see with the rest of the winner's bracket, similar results. Datacrons, I've updated since last time, but don't be misled by this. My level 9 Datacron right now is a Jabba Datacron, and I don't have Jabba, but I'm just getting myself set up for having him pretty soon. I should have him unlocked sometime this month. I have everything farmed and almost ready to go. I'm just working on relic materials. I've just been delayed by going after Third Sister shards. That was not something I had budgeted with all the resources I've been hoarding. So this is now, as we go down here, taking a look at the rest, he's JMK JML. That's really, if you're going to be a low GL player, those are the ones to have. Although Sith Eternal Emperor is a good number 3. That was going to be my number 3 until Jabba was announced, so I'm shifting to Jabba. Then I'm going to do Sith Eternal Emperor for my 4th, and it should happen. I've been working towards both simultaneously. Now, Malgus, he's got the better Malgus, so I need to take it seriously. Malgus is a player in the winner's bracket without. My opponent does not have the profundity. That's going to be a big advantage for me, because that means like I have a 3rd GL that he doesn't, somewhat effectively. No Savage or Savage Omi. This Malgus guy is missing a few characters. No Malgus, no Maul. So maybe we won't see him. That might be somebody that players can get around. It's interesting to have as many relics as he does, but be missing some key characters. We'll take a look at the hotbot now, and then we'll look at the speed averages. Taking a look from the bird's eye view, looks like I've got some advantages, but it's not overwhelming. GP is, I'm in the larger guild. The clears and undersizes favor me. It might just mean he's stalling out a lot, but I'm kind of surprised that these numbers are as low as they are. Well, I guess maybe not, because he is a little shallow with his roster, and he might not be focusing on fleet to the same degree that I am. So maybe that's not surprising, but then it's surprising that he is playing at the levels he is in Kyber. Omicron has a couple extra in Territory War. Relic distribution is interesting. This is unexpected. There are a lot of Relic 8s, a lot of Relic 5s. It's not even a good amount of Relic 4s. Usually you see a bunch in that 1 to 3 range, and he's got nothing there. But you know, the counts don't make sense. I bet he has a lot of Relic 0s, which you don't get the stat boost. So that's actually not a way to be building a roster. Relic 1 is cheap, and you get some marginal stats, which is worth doing. He's got speed advantages on his GLs, but we're not playing mirrors, and I doubt either of us put GLs on defense. No Swolo, but that's not too much of a surprise. Not everyone is as crazy as I am when it comes to this game. Alright, let's take a look at the speeds. His star killer was like 304. Okay, so somewhere in this range. Actually, star killer was at 294. Hux is at 298. His soldier is at 300. So, 23 characters. That's a good amount. You should probably see where I'm at these days. I've got a few new ones. I've only looked at this once or twice. I just kind of keep in the back of my head. I've got 23. My Radis is at 300 speed on the money. Seventh Sister's at 299. And you can see from my mods, I got plenty of room to improve a lot of these characters who are on the edge. We'll be doing that mod video I've been promising for a long time. There's a video I want to get out on mods sometime this month, and then we're going to do it officially, and I'll stop teasing it. Alright, let's look at these defenses. He's attacked first. So he's full cleared me, but from the banner count, you can tell that we've done some work on defense. So this, I forget if I changed this or not. I can't click on it. We have a decent Bounty Hunter Datacron. It might be that Retribution one. It might be the... No, it's the Retribution one, because there's no one... The revive would only apply to Boba Fett, and I wouldn't have done that. And then, surprisingly, Sign of Jango getting 3 holds. That's more probably because my opponent's actually pretty shallow. He was probably out of teams at that point. Down here, you can see Grievous was able to get a hold. He probably did something similar to me where he used a cheap counter and didn't get the RNG he needed, like you see me do sometimes with my Bad Batch or Night Sisters. It doesn't always work, but getting through cheaply is better, even if it takes 2. Back wall here. 2 from Maul. I had a decent Datacron on him. I don't remember what it was, but I remember I thought about it. And Iden here getting 6. And this is where I think why his Sign of Jango, or my Sign of Jango, got 3 holds. It's because he needed 6 teams to clear out Iden. So probably pushed his roster where he just was without a proper Iden counter at that point, and then he was trying things until he cleared it. Top wall here with fleets. Again, no profundity. I did update my fleet, so... No, I didn't! Oh my god! I gotta remember to do that. I was gonna take my profundity off of defense, and... Because I did it in 5v5, I forgot to do it in 3v3, and I forgot to do it, apparently. But Empire here gets a hold. Yeah, we'll see if I remember to do it after I record this. So, pretty favorable situation. My defense has set me up into a really nice position where I don't need to be super efficient and I can probably still win this thing. But he did set down a very nice defense that we need to respect. We got Qui-Gon, which means things that I'm tempted to do, like test out my Grand Inquisitor. Maybe this isn't the round for it, but we'll probably do it anyway. Maul, Bad Batch, really solid Bad Batch squad. Shaak T, or ASing. Or ASing, we gotta be careful with that Mando. Now down below here we have Han Solo with Wedge, we have a CLS Chewpio, Bossk with the Zam, Omi, Malgus, and Gas. This is still a really nice defense. He doesn't put down as much junk as I do. And although we have room to work with, it's not infinite. We still got to be pretty good and efficient here because we are going to get tripped up in a couple locations. Just by the nature of my roster, going up against things like this with what I've set down on defense, it's inevitable. But we're going to begin with JMK Malgus. It's somewhat, it's not overkill, but I don't like to mess around with Malgus, and I know he has no GLs on defense because like a player like me, 2 GLs, you just can't get by in Kyber with 2 GLs if you're setting them on defense. You need to use them for your counters on offense. I did not scout him in advance, probably should have, but these first weeks of 3v3, I kind of find it a waste of time because most opponents have made... A lot has changed between 5v5 and 3v3 seasons where the lessons to be learned are somewhat minimal. Just looking for some extra stats here that I would like. Yeah. Although I'd like to keep that dot Datacron. Crit avoidance and protection might be fine. I just want some tankier stats. But I also want to not cannibalize Datacrons. I like protection and armor. Here, that's one I'm fine to use. Yeah, we don't need to do anything fancy. Go to Cat, let him do his stuff. Eliminate Malgus. We're gonna just... Oh, that Datacron! It's fine. I didn't check the Datacron. He's got that Revive Datacron, which is smart. And I hope I didn't mess this up by not considering that. I should have thought about it, because my Malgus has the same Datacron. We're gonna play a different strategy then. We gotta go after Fallen. We'll eliminate here. We'll start stacking armor shreds on Malgus. Yeah, we just gotta play it a little bit differently. I'm gonna throw... Yeah, no, I'm not gonna call an assist. Well, let's throw this over here. I just want to make sure we don't lose my guy, but I am gonna throw... I can't get an assist, so I'm just gonna click on myself. And we'll just work on Revan. Okay. He'll be gone in a second. Come on, guys. All right. From here, we can probably auto. So the Datacron just makes it more annoying, but At least if you're using a GL, it looks like we'll be fine. I just gotta stack the armor shreds. It might take a bit. Yeah. I'm going to be paying attention to that mechanic a little bit more. It's a datacron I've been focused on accumulating a bunch of. So, I mean, it's not something I want to be not thinking about in the future. Ultimately doesn't make a change, but though that's the type of oversight that can come to bite you. Alright, now this gas. How do I like to deal with gas in 3v3? Like, I gotta, like, feel like every time we switch between 5v5 and 3v3, I'm relearning how to play the game. This is why I should really take notes, but I don't. So I want to try SWGOH here, and maybe I regret it. Because I don't know if my Relic 3 SWGOH is good enough. I'm assuming he is. Because SWGOH can beat CLS when he is high enough relics. I just don't know if mine is high enough, because when I've tested it, I just don't do enough damage. Like, I can't be taken out. Who cares about that? Okay, so we use a base. This might be a good. Yeah, we'll do this. I'm hoping without CLS around that we don't need to worry about that my Relic 3 is good enough. We should just auto. Okay. Yeah, I don't think he's going to have enough recovery. I think we'll be fine. And we get the extra stats from the Datacron for the offense. Because that's really where SWGOH comes up a little short, is he's not enough of a damage dealer. Like, where he's kind of really nice on defense because of that. Come on, get in the yellow. Come on. I'm just a little concerned about all the turns that Han's going to be taking. There's no chance that they're going to take me out. It's just a question of, can I... Come on. That's it. That's the moment. Yes. All right. We're good. We're good. Let me get rid of Han, because he's the one who's going to make this take longer. All right. Perfect. Could have also tried it up against CLS, but just CLS heals a bit more. I was more confident SWGOH would have no problem there. Now, how do I want to play this? I just took a look at his history and a little... He has set Geos down on defense before, which if he wanted to trip me up, he could throw his JML on defense and trip me up if it's on the back wall. So I'm just thinking about how I want to approach this front wall if he did do something like that. All right. I got to plan. I just took a moment and laid out a plan. I got one or two crazy things I'm thinking about. But what I really wanted to determine was where do I want to use this squad. And I think I'm happy about using it here. Tenacity? You know what? I think I just want this health steal. Because that's the only way I can lose is if my JTR falls under 50. That ability block on R2 is bad. That I don't want. But hopefully we get to a turn with him soon. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We are golden now. Go after Zam first because she's got all those benefits. We're dealing with an R5 Swolo, which I'll be taking to R7 soon to help out my guild. But I wanted to take it incrementally first and try him out at different spots to see what kind of damage dealer he is. You can see the effects of that Datacron with the amount of healing we're doing. But the healing immunity negates a lot of the effects of Zam and Bossk. And with Swolo, as long as he's left out in the open, they don't have a win condition. Boba Fett can try and execute all he wants. Okay. We'll remove turn meter from Bossk. See, that's why we don't want to be exposed, but we are fine. We don't have any Omis on Swolo, but it's something I'm considering. But I wanted to see what kind of damage dealer he was at Relics before I put that Omicron on. And I'm at a point where maybe I don't. Because, like, if you have Rey, it's another question. He's going to be used. His use is more important, but this is all I need him to do. And the only thing I would want from Swole is if he completely allowed me to punch up higher. And I don't, at least the way that I'm using him, I don't feel like that's going to be happening. But, you know, maybe, maybe not. I got extra Omis. Alright. The gas is the team that I'm trying to be careful about. Just because what kind of squads and characters I have at my disposal. And we could get tripped up on that back wall. He is a player who changes his strategy from time to time, so I can't rely on his Grand Arena history to indicate what teams he's going to be having on defense. Yeah, I think that tenacity will be nice up against CLS. No, let's just get rid of him. He's annoying. Feed that turn meter. Steal that stealth. Don't like that. Do I want to swap? Or do I want to? Let's go for the damage. I don't like that I'm doing so little damage. I actually am not feeling good about this. There's our sacrifice. Maybe I should have been going for CLS first. I don't... Yeah, we're gonna lose. I'm gonna go after CLS now. Might be a little late to make this choice, but I don't like how this match is going. I need to remod these guys. This is not good. Alright, fine. And I've given them preloaded turn meter. That was one that counter should work. See, this is why I've talked in the past about needing to stress test your squads, because that was a pathetic performance by a counter that works. I need to look at their mods. Now what it's going to do is, I have a few teams without a specific use. I'm going to have to use one of them there. But you know what I think I'm going to do? Because I wanted to do this first. I want to do something a little foolish, which is this. Nihilus lead here. We've done this once so far in Grand Arena. It's something I want to be testing out a lot more. Let's go for it. It's a little bit more vulnerable, that's the risk. But the reason to do it... Okay, that's terrible. That was terrible. And I think he increased cooldowns. Yeah, so next turn, if I survive it... And without Traya, we're in trouble. I need to get to my turn. Please let me get to my turn. So it kind of worked, but we're never going to do this again. The whole... like, that would have worked at Relics easily. But the whole point of Nihilus lead is to trigger the Annihilate early. And it did work, except for the cooldown increase from gas. So we had to wait for it. And we lost Traya way early, and yeah. It still did what it was supposed to do. And now we will take this match seriously again. That is just something I want to say. I was pretty confident it was going to work up against CLS, so that I wasn't interested in learning. Because with CLS, like, Scion would have revived. Yes, with negating that. But the whole thing I wanted to test out was if... Oh, we got 5s, right? Was if we're getting to Annihilate super early with Nihilus, that might... and eliminate gas from the board quickly, then he was going to be easy to deal with. I think I need to up my speeds for that. I think I'm going to use Hutt Cartel to clean this up. Being a little foolish, but we got wiggle room to work with still. They just don't have a dispel. We just got to take out 5s first. So I'm going to stack as many thermals over on him as I can. Yeah, we'll throw the disarm over there. Keep the taunt up. That should blow him up. Well, this will definitely blow him up. There's our contract. Here's a little armor shred action. I think I'm going to take them to Gear 12 next week. And then the week after. after. They'll be at relics, and maybe I'll be going after Jabba at that point. Now CLS. This one I got to be more careful about, and I might just blow it up with a JML and maybe get caught in that back wall. That's all I'm worried about. I don't think he full clears me if he didn't keep the rest of his good stuff on for offense. I think I can do something like that. I like to keep Hermit Yoda with JKL, but we're not going to do that. I'm really disappointed my JKR failed like that. I need... It's time to make some changes to those mods. I know I have a slow Yoda, and it's just... You can get away with a slow Yoda, or at least you could before. It just doesn't make sense to do that anymore. Okay. There we go. What? Cat has returned from adventures. Let's check out if I'm screwed on this back wall. Alright, JTR, Grievous, Geos, Crew, Padme. Alright, we're good. And we'll just do a run of solos. Although, no, we're fine. Sure. We'll counter a little bit less until we eliminate Hux. Yeah, we just got to get rid of Hux as quickly as we can. This completely opens up and will be easy once he's gone. Omi's gone. Okay, last man standing. Grievous. I'm a little worried about this. We're going to do Shaak T. I don't think this is going to go well for me. But I need teams elsewhere. Crit avoidance and protection. Crit chance of protection. I think I just want to up my survivability. I think the crit avoidance and protection is what we'll go with. Oh, I said I was going to do a run of solos, and then I stopped at one. The only change I've made to my play here is I used to focus a lot more, or I didn't focus was the problem. I would split my attention between Arc and Echo, and what I've decided to do, and I think has been working well, is now Arc is the one who I always put in, or I make sure he goes into stealth, Echo's exposed, and then I heal up Echo. And by being a little bit more focused, no, I guess it doesn't come into play this time. But being a little bit more focused, I felt like it's helped my success rate a little bit, but this is a much stronger Grievous, so I'm not very confident this time. Yeah. That's fine. We had to do something like that with him because I'm going to run out of squads. Padme here will Malak. We got options for him, but tenacity, crit damage, potency. Sure. Oh, I wanted to put Talon with him for just the extra stats to make this go faster, but maybe I want the banners. Okay. Oh, seriously, man? He's another guy I need to up stats on. Alright. Haven't watched Bad Batch yet. I'll do that probably today, actually, after this, later. Maybe I'll write about it on the Discord. It's something that I've been doing for the most part, is giving my thoughts on every episode of shows. I think I need to do a Jawa Bomb. I guess I got Wampas and stuff. Maybe I don't need a Jawa Bomb. Let's do the other stuff first. The hard stuff, and then we'll see what we have left over. Because we're going to do foolish things up against a couple of these guys. Can I nest that? Ah, man. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna do gas here. And I don't know, what do we want? Crit chance protection. You know what? Sure. Means gas will stand a little longer. I don't know if I would use Watt in 3v3. In 3v3, I think Bo just makes... Bo or Bam makes a lot of sense because of how annoying they can... Oh, this is not good. Yeah, go after Rex. I would like to stand up now. Yeah, this is bad. Please be my... Please stand up. Okay. Come on. There we go. Perfect. Excellent. All right, we got a bunch of weird things here. And I want to do some weird things that might be foolish. I'm pretty concerned about this ASing team. Just because it's a time bomb. I wonder how my troopers would do up against it. Alright, we're going to do Grand Inquisitor again here. What I was hoping to do last round was find a way to split up my 5th brother and Grand Inquisitor. And I gave 5th brother 7th and 9th because I think it's more important to them. But it made Grand Inquisitor fairly ineffective. So instead, I kind of want that revive though. Where's my... Did I give away all my revives? I have a bunch of them now, but that's for next week, I guess. We'll do this one. I don't have the level 9 data crown for Grand Inquisitor yet, but I will by the time Conquest is over. I just want to burn through him or let him do that. I'm a little concerned about letting Anakin do his AO. Okay, we don't need to be concerned. He's going to do it right now. You want to do him to do the AoE before you take anybody out. And let's do a basic right now. I want to hit the torture before it goes away. I'm going to save that heal. Still going to save it. And these are 3rd sister level Inquisitors, so we're doing fine. Like, it's nice that the Inquisitors can finally take out Qui-Gon, but not the versions that I would have preferred. We still have Star Killer, we have Stings. Alright, I got 75% of the plan for the rest of this. Maybe I should do this one last. I was just gonna Star Killer this one. It's something... I don't know. It's the team I have the most respect for that's left. Which is why... why I'm doing it. Surprised how quickly we went through those datacrons. I've got a ton more now. Just didn't have a ton of time with at the beginning. Let's see here. Sure. Yeah, this is just overpowered for this. Now, I kind of want to see. This is foolish. I know this is foolish. I know it's very foolish. What if I threw in Hondo? Although, how good would... Let's just do it. Let's just have some fun. With higher relics on my nest, this would be something I would believe in, but it's not really something I believe in right now. Let's throw Captive on Arc, maybe. It's just, I feel like I want to focus on Shaak T first. Okay, I gotta learn the names of this stuff. Ransom. So we got 2 stacks of Ransom. I don't want to lose Hondo, but we'll see what happens. Okay. We'll throw Captive on Shaak next and then take her out. I guess we don't have a... We gotta wait one more turn. Perfect. I feel like we're getting a lot of motorcycles today outside the windows. This was more fun last round where we had Hondo going nuts up against the Night Sisters. This is... I don't know. It's an okay result, but it's not showing Hondo in action. That's the only reason I didn't want to pair Nest and Hondo, because I knew Nest wasn't going to go down. So we weren't really going to see Hondo unleashed. We're going to do that one last. I was going to do Vader up against Geos. Maybe Vader up against ASing would be the way to go. I guess I have no plan for it. Because, yeah, we could do Wampa. Yeah, let's just Wampa the Geos. We'll do Vader or ASing. Because I was going to do, like, my Veers. Which would definitely work 5v5. It's just something that 3v3 I don't have the same level of confidence or enthusiasm. Here we go. And this is why we played it out the way we did, because earlier I was tempted to Jawa bomb these Geos, which maybe we would have taken out one or two, but we would have been in a cleanup scenario. And then I found, oh, I had no use for my Wampa. Are you kidding? Oh my god. How did Spy do that? What relic level was your Spy? 4? 7. Oh, 7. 7. Okay. Still. I can't believe that. I was gonna Vader that, and then I changed my mind at the last moment. Oh my god. Now I have to Vader it. But the preloaded turn meter, I don't want to do it anymore. Alright, we're gonna play this out differently. See, the thing is, this ASing team, my Veers, like, Relics obviously works. What's this datacron? These are bounty hunter data. So there's gonna be retribution. Oh my god. Which means Wampa would have been amazing. Well, Wampa probably would have got killed by Mando. It actually means troopers wouldn't be bad. Maybe I want to do Moff Gideon and not Dark Trooper, but I kind of need Dark Trooper for the damage. I'm just worried about turn meter. We're going for it. So I'm gonna go for marking, go under stealth. I don't want to do this yet. We're just gonna do a basic turn meter, and now I want to. Oh, I can't dispel it. We can daze. We can daze. I think we can get through ASing first, so we're going to focus on her. Get a stack. Come on, take her out. Perfect. That gets the turn meter train going. Love my... Well, I guess we're not at gear 11 because we got a Relic 8. Piet. Still happy with this showing. Okay. Oh, we got days on both. I'm a little concerned that we're not going to do enough damage. She's going to recover too much. She might need to take out Dark Trooper and unleash Piet. And I shouldn't have done that there. Everyone had days. Come on, man. Let me take you out. Yeah. We gotta get my supercharged Piet. Let's go under stealth and let that happen. I'll stop adding... Well, that doesn't matter. She's gonna die now. Yeah, let's throw a daze on him. See how he likes it. Seems to like it fine. Yeah, let's just do that just so he can't. Yeah, when we're under stealth, he can't counter, so we'll at least do that. But we might just need to auto this and see what happens. This might be it. Right, there we go. Yes! Nice work, troopers. Like, we took our time with it, but we still one-shot that area. Oh my god, Spy, why are you messing up my plan like that? What if I... What if I did like... Oh, you know what? No. That's not how we're gonna play this. That's not how we're gonna play this. We're gonna throw in... Ooh. I forgot I have you at relics now. I still am not gonna do it. My initial instinct was Watt. And we have a Datacron we'll throw on them. No, wait. There we go. Inflict that. Yeah, we'll do that. Little concerned about the preloaded turn meter. Hopefully the kettle doesn't go off while we're doing this. It's close. The electric kettle I had, it died on me finally. It's unfortunate. I don't know why I brought so much with me. In retrospect, this is completely foolish. Can't believe Spy took out my Wamps. Alright. This is how I typically handle them. But the big but here is I usually don't take on a Relic 8 version when I do this. And obviously I would never do this if I had the Omicrons on these characters. I might just do these Omicrons now. I'm close to 100 Omis. I might do... Well, you know what? I'm gonna wait until the next Conquest character and think about it. But I'll probably just do Dash and Akbar at this point because I have all the other obvious ones done. But the tough part is once you start doing this, it's like, nah, I would just throw them on defense and be happy with their. I don't know. I'm tempted. I'm very tempted. Okay. This is... Maybe we... I want to do something dumb. I want to just, like, test out, I don't know, droids or something. So I think we're going to do fleet. Clear that out, see where we stand with banners, and then see if we can afford to be foolish. And we should just... We're going to churn this up. I think the way I'm going to do is Executor, Empire, Malevolence, Home 1, and whatever against the Finalizer. Finalizer is easier to pick apart if we have to. We'll have Scythe next time. Yeah. Yeah, I think by next lock-in we'll have Scythe unlocked. I think Conquest and everything and the rewards will be released before that. Hopefully for you players who don't have Grand Inquisitor, you don't have to wait a long time until he shows back up again. Because I had to wait 6 months. That was absurd. What? Come on, man. I feel like Jawas are messing with the blue stacks. I'm a little concerned. Okay. Outrider. Okay. Fine, let's just bring in. Sometimes I don't like to bring somebody out. We're just gonna do it this time. A lot of dodges. Wait, he's not an SLKR player. We don't even need to worry about this. Alright, fine. Okay. I still am going to throw in Ravensclaw first, because that's for some reason the way I like to play things. I just like to keep testing, feeling out various squads. And he might not even have... I think... I'm not sure where his farming's at on some of these. Not crazy about that. Not crazy about that. Yeah, let's remove do we want turn meter from... I'm gonna remove turn meter from Kylo, because he's the engine. Perfect. He's got healing immunity though. Let's do the taunt. If this was an actual Finalizer fleet, it would have ripped me to shreds. You can see how weak Biggs is. That's one of the things I've been talking about and complaining about for a while. It's just, it's not ready. I need a taunt. You can see like how unreliable the taunt is on Biggs. Or he's gone. Never mind. What am I talking about? It's still, it's the without like Falcon around, he doesn't taunt as much as he did. Wedge here, just he seems like he's missing stuff. All right, perfect. One shot his fleet. We should be in a pretty good place. And the win should be fairly safe. Let me just double check the banner numbers. So it's 260 banners. And then banners for the win. So just by clearing the territory, we're going to win. It doesn't even matter how many attempts we take. And that's what I wanted to know, because that means we can goof off and we can try things. And it means things like the droids get to make an appearance, even though they're kind of bad. You know what? The thing is, if I'm going to do droids, it's going to be something like this. Or this, or L3. And if we're going to do the other droids, it's going to be IG-88 leading those two. Let's just do it. It's just the way that I feel about these guys is without Afra, I don't know if they even have like a temporary use. Like they so desperately need Afra. Like all these mechanics, who cares? The foresight is making them pretty useless. Like obviously I don't have the Omis. The Omis help a little bit by making torture more of a threat. But this is why you like see those guys so rarely from me. They're just so limited in what they can do. Now I could have put them under sortie lead, But the reason I didn't want to do that, at least in 3v3, is that Sorty's pretty good with certain droids. Like, IPD is like the flex option, but Sorty and T3 to start out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a heavy motorcycle day outside the window. Yeah, and here's another one, and I can't pause now. I guess I could have muted. We'll just live with it. We just gotta do our stuff. So the reason I brought in IPD was just the target lock synergy. He's got some nice stuff. They're clearing the target lock pretty quick though. I don't feel like it's doing much. And until we get back to some how much protection do I get back for this? 50? Yeah, let's get some. No, let's just throw it on Sorty. See, that'll at least stop some of the foresight. There goes BB-8. R2. And this is why I wanted to keep Sorty separate from the BT-1 and 000. Because she's good with the right droids, and the right droids are not BT-1 and 000. I've never been able to get anything to function out of them. Which is a disappointment. I'm sure they'll be very fun with Afra, but prior to your Afra unlock, you're not going to do too much with them. But Sorty's a lot of fun. We need to land another target lock. Oh, that was a mistake. Didn't notice the healing immunity. I was waiting until foresight's off before we use that special from. Come on. Do I want to do it? Yeah, let's do it. It's not like we get an opportunity to blow her up very often. Wonderful. And there we go. And a victory. And I think it's the same guy just going up and down. I've talked about this before. The stretch of road out here, very popular among motorcyclists. You can get it going. Very few stop signs and stoplights, and a nice hill. Now, we got a win, beat FRM, who was a solid opponent, gave me a tough defense, despite not having GLs that he could sit down like me. He's still put down very respectable. It's a problem for us to address. But when it comes to another 2GL player, I usually have some pretty nice roster advantages when it comes to my depth, which is where I think he came up a little short.